Big homie CC. I think the last I heard, Big homie CC said he left the country for good. He was on Piers Morgan, and he said he left the country and he ain't coming back. So I'm kind of curious to see or hear what he talking about. What you talking about, Big homie CC? What you talking about? Why expose P. Diddy dark Hollywood rituals and finding refuge in Kanye? Ex-bodyguard Big homie CC. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. Let's break this bad boy down. Let's check it out.
Everybody will be at his parties. Everybody. And like the first part of the party is normal. It's like going down on Woodville. It's normal. But the second part, when they come out collecting the cell phones and one of the security guys, sign right here, that's when things start to get crazy because he'll be in a different part of the building after a while. But it's a lot of stars who you wouldn't suspect sitting on his lap.
How did you meet Diddy? How does a man like you get to work for a man like him?
I would be bodyguarding somebody else and end up at some of his parties. I've been around him a couple of times. Don't like the guy. The man is a liar. He's a sexual deviant. And he plays with dark magic. The rumors are true. I'm going to tell you that much.
The Hollywood rumors are true.
A lot of things in Hollywood are ritualistic for sure. I done been in a celebrity's house working as a bodyguard. I've opened up a closet and he got a goat head like on a stake, candles around it. Why is that in there? What do you got that for?
There have been allegations that Diddy messed up Justin Bieber. He poisoned Jamie Foxx. He got Tupac shot. Any truth in that?
It is. That's the truth.
Wow. Any truth in that? It
As
is.
always,
it's the
we
truth.
get to meet for another episode where we get to do what we are doing this season. We are learning and learning and learning. And you know, guys, we don't get to encounter incredible people anymore. I mean, they are just, less in this NBA or freak-offs parties. I want to make sure that we do shine a light on the important work that he's doing and also get to ask him why Kenya and why is he here and does he feel safe in this
Wow. He's still out the country, though. I know that much.
Wonderful country of ours. So without further ado, please allow me to let him introduce himself so that he can be able to walk us through his story, his why, and what does he want us to achieve with today's conversation. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How about you?
How are you feeling? I'm all right.
I feel real good.
You feel good?
Definitely.
It's really nice to have you on this platform.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, as I said, we don't always get to encounter people who stand for what they know is right. And sometimes I know people get compromised, maybe out of fear or out of not knowing what to do. So having people like you in this world, I've gotten an opportunity to watch you in a couple of interviews. And the comment section is always of how incredible you are as a person. So thank you for making time to be here with us.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know you as Big Homie.
Yes.
That's what many people know you as.
For sure.
But before we go any deeper, some people are also tuning in for the very first time and they're seeing this face for the first time. Maybe introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
Absolutely. My name is Big Homie.cc.
Yes.
Former celebrity bodyguard, 16 years. I converted my business to protecting women and children, combating human trafficking. Last year, we brought on 17 missing women, 4 children, 3 girls, 1 boy. So I'm just out spreading knowledge, bringing awareness to these causes and just standing on business, for sure.
Standing on business.
For sure.
You've been doing it for a moment now, but I always say for us to do things like what you're doing, there must be a why. What's your why? Why do you do what you do?
I feel like a man who's not solving problems is going to be causing problems. And, I was just inspired by the ladies in my family. I was raised by strong ladies, my mom, my aunts, my grandmother. I just felt like I wanted to put an end to domestic violence in my family. And I was able to do that. And things started to snowball. And it turned into a business. And I'm just passionate about it, you know, because there is no life without ladies. And I feel like people don't understand that. It just seems like it's been like a war against the woman for a nice little amount of time, which I find suspicious.
Yes.
So, you know, I'm just not going to sit idly by and let nonsense take place. I'm going to come outside and do what I got to do.
Does that fulfill you? Does that make you happy at the end of the day?
Yeah, it bring a smile to my face because, like, I've seen a lot of guys be tough with females, but they don't want to get tough with me, you know. So I think that's interesting.
Yeah.
I like to see the look on a guy's face who's an evil person, and he knows it's over with. You know, he knows it's time to face the fire. I like seeing that look because oftentimes in my line of work, I've seen small little ladies with no hope in their face and working and like reuniting people with their families. It gives you a warm feeling. I like that. I like that, you know.
Yeah, so do you like receive details of people who are going through stuff and then you go, do you have a team? Do you go and rescue these people or how does that happen? Right,
so I definitely have a team. Shout out to the Goulas, shout out Big Duga, you feel me? Shout out my boy Nico, shout out my boy Nick. We definitely got a team. Basically, we start off with something called a threat assessment.
Yeah.
We get the threat assessment done. We identify who the targets are, who the missing is, and we put together a plan to track them down, find them, and bring them home. So, for prime example, in one situation, there's a single father. He's working 2 jobs. His daughters come home from school. They're on an iPad using TikTok. Somebody convinces them to leave. They had been missing 2 years after that.
Wow.
So what I want people to know is you can be as strict as you want to be with your children. You can be as overbearing as you want to be, but the predator is going to get to your household on a device. They're not just going to come knock on the door and hang outside.
Okay, come out.
No, they're going to convince them off of these devices, and you may never see them again.
Yeah.
So, you know, in America, we have 450 active serial killers, and 97% of their targets are single females and young children. I feel like awareness should be brought to this. And, you know, if you see something, say something. I believe in, you know, I feel like God sent me to do a job and get it done.
Yeah, and you're doing an incredible job. But, you know, every time we watch movies and maybe someone has been missing and they get reunited with their families, there's always that joy, you know, the emotions. Do you get to encounter that when you are taking them back home and, you know, just telling their family, here they are safe and sound and we brought them home?
Right. No one's ever asked me that. That's a fantastic question. That's why I was excited to sit down with you.
Oh, come on.
Okay, because no one's ever asked me that. So here's the thing.
Yes.
That process is called the unite. Now, let me be careful here.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I have been present at 2, but I didn't do that after those 2 because I don't want that situation to be about me. I want it to be this person is seeing their loved ones again. I'm usually not present at the unite because it can be very, I'm getting the chills thinking about it, but it can be very emotional. Like, I'm getting choked up.
Yeah, I get
I've seen people break down in emotions you could never imagine. Like, the only ones I actually stood there for, you know, the lady when she seen her daughter again, we had to pick her up off the floor. Like she couldn't even stand. She didn't believe she ever see her child again. And that was painful because people told her she was crazy.
Yes.
People told this woman she was crazy. And she had lost her job. She had sold all her possessions. She's driving around in her little car, city to city, trying to track down her daughter. And, you know, if you go through law enforcement for a rape kit, that takes 3 weeks. You know, it's a lot of different steps that can just draw out the process. So, you know, there's been situations where me and Dugard used to work with a church, and the outreach program at the church is just all older ladies and a few of the elders at the church. They travel around into impoverished neighborhoods, searching abandoned houses, looking for people, trying to find dead bodies and stuff like that. So we would go with them sometime. And just so happened one time we stumbled upon something. You know, it's a big white pentagram on the ground, candles. And it's like, okay. And then we keep looking around. We find somebody in a dog cage. A little lady in a dog cage, handcuffed behind her back. So we get her out the cage, and the person who put her in that cage was in the basement. This is why I don't be present for the unite part, because details will come out when they see their family again, telling them what happened to them. Now, if we hearing these details and the person who did it is standing right there, you know, somebody might get their legs broke. So, you know, I try to
stay out of it.
I try to stay out of that because, I've seen terrible things. And, you know, I just can't go around being a vigilante, hurting people. But if you hear some of those details, you know, in order for a man to combat evil, he should be able to enact evil when needed. And I'll leave it at that right there.
Cool. Let me just ask, before I wrap it up on this, so do you follow up through the prosecution and make sure the perpetrators, you know, get what they deserve? Because I also know how it feels. Sometimes you wanna deal with these people by, you know, yourself, but do you now let justice take its course?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I'm not going to court to testify on nobody. I'm not doing nothing like that. Like, I have to let law enforcement know what I'm doing. You know, I'll keep them up to date. You know, I always operate within constraints of the law. But there have been times where, you know, there's been shootouts. Like this right here. You know, this is fake. You know, been in several shootouts. That's from a shootout with, you know, people would put a bounty on my life because a lady comes to us. She shows me these purple small sweatpants. And she said, look what they did to my baby. She throw the sweatpants to me, and she had cameras inside her house. So basically, about 5 or 6 grown men that violated her daughter. He happens to be a gang leader. So, you know, she just wanted him to get hurt. She paid some money, and we gave her money back, though. So, you know, I caught up with him, you know, lumped him up a little bit, but I didn't know he had money like that. So he put the bounty out. They tried to kill me a couple times. I'll send you them videos too. They was unsuccessful. You know, I'm real good at what I do. So things have got bloody. You know, I've been shot up, I've been stabbed, poisoned, hit by cars, a lot of stuff, but I don't know. It just feels like somebody's helping me. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I say God gave me 9 lives. I'm down to like 2, maybe 1.5. I say, you know what? I'm about to go ahead, take it to Kenya. And I'm a lay low for a little while. But I'm working out here too, though. You
know, we were talking about the movie Sound of Freedom. And I feel if anyone ever gets an opportunity to watch that movie, then they would understand how incredible and how amazing the work that you guys do is.
So, you know, I'm going to say this. Sound of Freedom is an interesting movie. But for me, I feel like I've seen it at the non-sensationalized part. Because one time a guy calls me, he said he took his 2 daughters to an audition. Crazy. He takes them to the audition.
Yeah.
They have the parents on one side and they have the audition on another side.
Yeah.
He say he's sitting there for like an hour. He leaves to go get food, come back. And when he gets back, there's nobody there. So he like, did he come to the wrong place? And this happened in near Laredo, Texas. So he was like, I told him, I said, look, bro, this might have been, everything might have been completely staged, bro. They just wanted to get a couple children and escape with them. This type of stuff goes on. So, you know, man, guys will come to me with their life savings. And I always look very suspiciously at dudes who don't. Because usually, like if there's a female involved, it seems like it's always either an uncle or the father who's directly involved with stuff like this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've had people contact me to try to throw me off. They didn't want me to find certain things.
Mm-hmm.
So it get real dark. It get real dark. But I mean, I said I'm gonna go public once I start to get to the end of it. And, you know, I done put a team together. I got people working in the field right now. But I wanted to spread awareness to this because the children are the future. And a lot of suspicious things are taking place. And the only way to combat it is to spread the word. Because it hurts me, but I can't go and save everybody. So, you know, if I can inspire others to get up and want to do something, that's helping. And a lot of people are rallying right now, you know. Everywhere I go, I'm getting hugs. Like, pardon me, like every country. I thought when I got here, people wouldn't know me, but they be knowing me. I'm at Rivers Mall, Southern Center.
Yeah.
Big homie, is that you? Hey. I'm like, damn, okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, you know, I'm just gonna keep going.
Good.
Keep going, for sure.
Yeah. Shout out to, I think this is the best opportunity to say shout out to our producer, EJ.
Shout out to EJ.
EJ, our producer, he worked so hard trying to put this conversation together.
Yes, EJ been working hard because like today, because the first one I got stung by an insect, my face swollen. And I'm like, man, EJ, I'm sorry I can't make it. He's like, no, recover. He contacted me again. He said the team might be going out the country. He been working hard.
Yeah.
So this morning I set my alarm. He called before the alarm went off. I'm like, okay, EJ on business. He's setting on business. Let me go ahead and get ready. Yeah. I ain't want to let you down, EJ.
So we appreciate that, you know. But back to the conversation, one of the most impactful interviews I watched, I think, was when Cat Williams, you know, called last year the year of truth.
Right.
But I feel like these are the years of truth, not just the year of truth, but the years of truth.
For sure.
Did that resonate with you? And seeing Cat Williams first, what do you feel about him? What do you think about Cat Williams?
Look, I've encountered Cat Williams on 2 occasions.
Yeah.
On each occasion, he was standing on business. So one of them, it was like at a concert. They was fighting some guys. Then another time, he was with Suge Knight. And another altercation took place. Yeah. He hanging out the window of the Escalade, telling people, you know, what he had to say to him. He always been like that, though. Like, he's a fearless dude. He says what he wants to say. He calls stuff out. Now, if you look at that interview that they did with Shannon Sharp, look at his chain. Yes. See what his chain says. You know what he stands for sure. And, you know, we never seen him in a dress. We never seen him doing male-on-male sex scenes. That's why you don't see him having all his own movies and stuff like that. He don't go for the rituals because they do exist.
So the rituals are true. The cross-dressing.
That's real.
Would you talk to us about that? What do they do? You know, every time I see here in Kenya, some of the celebrities dress up in these female outfits. You go to the comment section and people are saying, man, this is a humiliation ritual.
That's a real thing.
Is that true? That's
a real thing. That is true. That is something that takes place for sure. You know, I try to tell people in the United Arab Emirates, they have a law against using witchcraft and the dark arts to gain. And it comes like a $50,000 fine, time in jail. These laws don't exist for no reason. So a lot of things in Hollywood are ritualistic for sure. And if you pay close attention to it, you can see it. When you see somebody holding up this, with the two fingers close like this, that's the hand sign of the Baphomet. You know, they do say Luciferianism is real. Satanic worship is real. We've seen Vladimir Putin, the commander-in-chief in Russia, ban the satanic church. He's not doing that for no reason. You know, when things get strange, the truth is usually stranger.
Ooh.
So definitely keep that in mind. Yeah. It's something about the child, it's something about children, the sacrifices. Did you know that when a female sex worker starts to get older, and that's like 23, 24, 25, it's more valuable for them to murder her and sell their organs than to keep them working? This is going on.
Wow.
Because if your clientele likes purchasing young women, if they don't look at her as young anymore and there's no more life in her, it's cheaper for them to murder her, harvest her organs, and sell them. That's going on. A lot of black magic comes with human organs. Chicken sacrifices with the human heart. These things are going on. So the rumors are true. I'm gonna tell you that much.
The Hollywood rumors are true.
I done been in a celebrity's house working as a bodyguard. I've opened up a closet and he got a goat head like on a stake, candles around it. Why is that in there? What do you got that for? And when I asked them about it, they mad. Why do you have that in there? You know, there are people you can pray to other than God. And at your own risk. Because you got to give up something to gain when you playing with that. So, you know. I'm not gonna say too much.
Man, but we want much. Like I feel like I want more, because this is the first time I'm speaking to someone who has had first encounters with even, you know, some of these celebrities. Because here in the motherland, you know, when we were growing up, most of the times, even our TVs, we would watch stuff from Hollywood, you know, before this whole awakening that we're experiencing as African people. We looked up to, you know, some of these stars in Hollywood, you know. I remember when P. Diddy and Asha also, they got together with, I Need a Girl too. Man, I used to sing along to that song. Now I cannot. Now I cannot, but you see, for us, that's all we grew up seeing. That's what the radios would play. That's what the TVs would show. So now I feel like I want to know more. I want to know, was that messing up with our minds? And was that by design?
Definitely by design, because in my country, they convinced all of the ladies to like feminine men and then told them they didn't need a man. So like, now, you know, I got homegirls that's 40, 41, no family structure, no man. And they sad. They got tricked. They convince you of an image, because I used to say, like, look, they have rainbow men telling girls to how to date and stuff like that. How can a man tell a woman anything about her body or any of that? Probably shouldn't. So, like the dude who you just mentioned, Usher, he spent $20,000 a month on flowers for himself. The guy Diddy is a bisexual man. They both bisexual.
Hey there, I hope you're enjoying today's episode, and I just want to take a moment and talk to you about our sponsors.
That's
You do.
crazy. So you got gay men making love songs. That ain't strange to you?
Very strange.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
You know, you mentioned something important. There was this, women were told, you know, you do not need
For
a
sure.
man independent.
For sure.
All the women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What does that make? A bunch of broken households. They already locked up a lot of people, and then you tell the ladies they don't need nobody. She gonna need somebody, man. If she have kids, once her son get taller than her, she gonna have to beat him up to keep him under control. Her daughter as well. So, you know, these things is all strange. How can you have gay men making love songs? That's crazy to me. But we seen it. We still seeing it. That's why platforms like this matter, because new media is the future.
Yes.
And without it, everybody would just continue to be like sheep. So like, I could never ever get with it. It's been a long battle because I didn't have to terrorize people about this. You know, I got a little sister. You know, I don't play about my sister, man. I don't play about my aunts, my mom, nobody. So it's kind of like, we got to learn to police ourselves. And we got to learn to give our own community the right information, because if we mislead generations, there is no future. Because if we pay attention, the white human birth rate is in decline. Every year it goes down. People with this color skin, birth rate is not going down. What's that about? It's almost like they was allowing biological males to compete against biological women in sports and thought it was cool. How is that being allowed? It's some type of attack on femininity. I don't know what it's about all the way. But if you look at it, it's all control. And then why is the CIA funding third world country record labels? Why is that happening? What's going on? Yeah, I'm loving Kenya. I'm never leaving.
You never leaving?
No, I can't do it.
Why are you here?
I feel like I'm at home. You know, my great grandmother, she was a Kenyan woman, and she was Maasai.
Oh.
So we always knew that. You know, she would come back and forth sometime. So I say the first chance I get, I'm gone.
You feel safe here?
For sure. I feel a lot safer here.
Good.
Because where I come from, you got to go everywhere with a gun. You got to be ready to kill at all times.
Yeah.
You get tired of that. And like, you know, in Kenya, like most of the tribes are warrior tribes. So these are warrior people, you know, so I get along with these people a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a special place. I love it. The weather, the food. Oh my God.
What's your favorite?
Okay. I've been eating, so we call ugali fufu in America.
Yeah.
So I've been eating that my whole life.
Yes.
But the food here, every place I go to is delicious. So, you know, because I was in London previously.
Yeah.
And I would carry my own salt and pepper and stuff with me, stuff like that, just to spice it up. But here, I don't have to do nothing. As soon as I get it, I get the fried rice with the liver in it. Oh, that's off the chain. Yeah. I've been eating suya every day. That's Nigerian. Yes. But I've been eating that every day. I'm trying to slow down with suya. I got to slow down with that. But yeah, I've been pilau.
Well, kachumbari.
Kachumbari. I was saying kachumbari in my Uber ride here. I'm like, now to get some more of that kachumbari. But that's like one of my favorite little flavor profiles. Yeah. I'm loving Kenya. It's going down.
No.
So, yeah, I'm loving it.
I love it for you. And I know people are like, Lynn, when are we going to get to the Diddy part? That's why most of us tuned in here. But I want to talk about something maybe different before we talk about that. You're back home in the motherland and you feel safe. But again, we've grown up knowing that for us to be able to make it, we have to consider the American dream.
For sure.
We have to be able to get out of this, because for us, this has never been enough. Right. That's what we've been taught. The motherland is not enough. But now we are witnessing a lot of people like you feeling safe in the motherland as compared to what some of our politicians keep selling us, talking to us about the American dream. I mean, for us to feel sufficient, someone from the West, they have to be able to affirm us. Otherwise, we are not who we should be. There's always that mentality. If Trump says something about Kenya, okay, now Kenya is a good country, but we are learning we are enough as we are right now. What do you feel about that?
Listen, I've been to a lot of different countries, mm-hmm. and it's like the same thing. It's all about, okay, I feel like that here in Kenya, your opportunity to put together a Fortune 500 company and to break into different industries is a lot stronger and safer than in America, because they gatekeep a lot. A lot of licensing and permits are exorbitant prices. It's like in some areas, if you want to get a liquor license, you got to get grandfathered in. Mm-hmm. You got to have like $2 million liquid capital to qualify. $40,000 application fee, and you might get denied. A lot of people get their pockets greased. That's going to happen whenever money is getting involved. Mm-hmm. I see a lot of hardworking people in this country, because I see people doing jobs here that they're not going to do in America. Yeah. So, they started bringing in illegal immigrants to do those jobs. So, and now you see them shipping illegal immigrants out, leaving all of these jobs vacant. Yes. I feel like there should be some type of political policies to have work exchange programs, because, the Kenyan people aren't lazy. They work, they grind. I just feel like more opportunity is definitely needed for everybody. Yeah. But America's a wild place, a wild place, and violent, very violent. Everybody got guns. In the city I'm from, you will see 400 people shot in a month. You're not going to see that here too much. I feel like Kenyans should definitely, certain groups should come together and put together large businesses. And, the easiest way to do that is going to be farming. Yeah. And I feel like that's what needs to be done, because the only thing AI can't replace is that chicken, that egg, tilling that land,
that tomato.
Mm-hmm. Put together a tomato processing plant. Very few of those. The highest consumer and producer of tomatoes is here in Africa. Yeah. Put together a couple manufacturing plants. Mm-hmm. It can be done. Good. China giving out loans to companies here all the time. It can be done.
I love that. Let's get deeper.
Let's go.
Diddy was just acquitted of some of the serious crimes, that we've been following up. How does that make you feel?
I knew that was going to happen.
You said it.
I knew it was going to happen. I've been going through this for years with these people. In my country, either you have the complexion for the protection or you have the compensation for the protection. Oh. You either have those two. And there were certain other people that were arrested, like the guy Jeffries from Abercrombie and Fitch. He got arrested for the same charges. All of a sudden, he's not fit to stand trial. So I see he didn't talk. Okay. Now I see with Diddy, as soon as he sued that liquor company, Diageo, CNN drops that video. He's a cheap dude. If he would have paid Cassie what she was owed for getting urinated on by the Punisher, that's crazy. You got a guy named the Punisher in the house with your wife? What's really going on? Now, he didn't pay her out. He ended up paying her $30 million. Innocence don't cost that much.
Yes.
So there you got to think about it. Jeffries, human trafficking, he gets arrested. They say he's unfit to stand trial. Harvey Weinstein beat 2 cases. They just now convicted him on something, but you don't see any of it in the news. He's somewhere at his house relaxing. Jeffrey Epstein,
the files
not
there.
They were on her desk one day, the next day they're not there. I know how this game goes because I've been a person people have called to fix situations. You know, I've been somebody who people will call and look,
Hello,
we
everybody.
need this person to look very bad. How can you help us? How much are you going to pay? Okay, this is what we can do. You feel me? There's been situations where politicians then pissed off people. They'll go out drinking on the town. They'll wake up with a sex worker in their room passed out. They're going to call me and tell me what's going on. I'm going to charge them a fee, and then I'm going to take that money and go feed families and all type of stuff. And then I'm going to try to help them out with that situation because they play games like this. You know, something that always happens is if you start to press a celebrity about paternity test, you might be going into the supermarket, come out, see a gun in your car. Now the police pulling up. Whose gun is this? Now you're going to jail. Those type of things happen. You feel me? So things get very dark in this line of work and in these topics because Diddy was arrested with defaced firearms, hardcore narcotics. His drug mule was arrested, getting on a private jet. These are all things that violate interstate commerce, federal RICO laws. None of these charges was brought up. How can you have defaced firearms, automatic rifles in New York, in your hotel, and no charges get pressed about that? So once I saw that, I say basically they trying to punish him. He thought he was bigger than the program. They want to let him know, like, look, you cannot beat us. Don't play with us. We're going to spank you on the wrist. You're going to sit in jail 5 or 6 years. We ain't going to give you life this time. But next time, you finna get life.
Off with a warning.
It's a warning. I knew it was going to happen. That's why I said I'm about to leave. Because I promised my mom I wouldn't be violent no more. Yeah. I'm scared of my mama. So I ain't about to violate that. But she know what I do. So, you know.
Yeah. How did you meet Diddy? And how does a man like you get to work for a man like him?
See, that's the thing. I never worked for him. I would be bodyguarding.
Yes.
So they and end up at some of his parties. They keep lying and say I work for him. I never said I work for him. That's something that these people do.
Yes.
So they got me in a lawsuit right now saying I pointed a gun at Diddy and protected the lady from him. How am I doing that and working for him? It don't make no sense. So like I've been having a lot of attacks, people trying to discredit me, but I got the receipts. And been a lot of punishment going on. No pun intended.
Yes.
No pun intended. Crazy work. So yeah, I knew it was coming. So I was like, pause. I knew that was going to take place. So I was like, I probably should leave. Because it's like, my mom told me she wanted me to eventually, you know, settle down, have a family, you know what I'm saying, have some children. You know, it's hard to date in this line of work. You know, I never really had many serious relationships. I only had 5 girlfriends my whole life. I don't have no children. I dedicated my life to my path and it paid off for me. And I'm not damaged, you know, like I'm a gentleman at all times, you know, until it's time, you know. Chivalry has not died. So it's just like, I'm going to keep doing what I do. But when it comes to this, people got to always pay attention to the underlying facts. Because if Lynn gets caught with several rifles and cocaine and drugs, Lynn's going to be having to go to jail.
Yes.
How come he not going to jail?
Facts.
How do you pay somebody? Now, see, this is something else. When you was a bodyguard, anytime I have a talent, client, close protection situation, and we go into a hotel, I'm always going to reach out to the head of security of that hotel. And I know you can pay a fee to make sure you get the masters of any videos of your client. The guy Diddy only gave us head of security like $25,000 for the video. CNN gave him $600,000. That's why the video came out. Cheap. You got all that money and you ripping people off in their contract. You just got this lady getting
the mess beat out of her.
When the Punisher would ejaculate, Diddy sitting there next to her getting ejaculated on. That's crazy. And don't nobody see a problem with that. That's EJ.
EJ. Call him
Come
EJ.
on, man. What's going on? So, you know, you see stuff like that, it's like, man, it's time to get out of here, man.
Yeah, but did you see any of that stuff though? Did you ever encounter
I seen him
firsthand?
holding hands with two vampires. You ever seen the movie Twilight?
Yeah.
Yeah, they look like that.
Yeah.
So you see the white boys with the spiked hair looking like they off Twilight?
Yes.
It's about to get real freaky in the party. So always remember that. So I seen him in a towel holding hands with two of them. When I saw that, I'm like, I'm going to the car, man. So call me if it get crazy. I'll come inside, do what I got to do.
Yeah.
But I'm not sticking around for that. You know, every time you see the dude Diddy, he in a towel. You ever notice that?
Yeah.
Why you always half naked? That's crazy work. He kicking that lady in the head? That's crazy. Nobody seemed to care about that. That's why in America, like black dudes don't really like women like that. You feel me? So that ain't the place for me to be.
So what did you see though? Like, did you have like personal interaction? Like, did you ever talk to the man?
So I'm gonna send you some articles because I'm in a case right now.
Yeah, you can't say much.
Right. I'm in a whole case with me and Drewski. And Drewski tripping because I'll show you. I don't know why he would file. They was getting ready to throw the case out. But the man Drewski filed a stupid, I'm gonna show you.
Yes.
To extend the case. Crazy. I've watched this. Just so you can see. Shout out Ed Zappia, my lawyer. These guys are clowns. Read this right here. So this person, Drew, that's Drewski. Why would he file another motion to extend the case out? So they only doing this because they trying to get me thrown in jail for standing on business.
Why do you think they want you in jail?
Because if I'm in jail, who's combating them? I cause a lot of problems with people. Like, you know, I didn't foil trafficking rings, stuff like that. And I know they try to get me thrown in jail because, you know, I have a history of violence in my past, in my line of work.
Yeah.
And I always get off because it's self-defense. And they got, this is unfortunately, Desbordes, which is Drewski, motion extended the case rather than dismiss the case back in June before the court decided to proceed to hear it. I'm the only one in this case who have a history of protecting people, especially women. So they trying to get me to look like I was complicit with him when I never was, you know. They know what's going on.
Yeah.
These guys hate me for a reason.
Okay.
So you know.
Yeah.
That's
Can
crazy.
I go back to Diddy?
Sure.
So what kind of man is he? Why do you dislike him this much?
The man is a liar. He's a sexual deviant. And he plays with dark magic. These are facts. And you always see these people who have these meteoric rises. Nobody's giving them, nobody's backing them. They just like they did it from the ground up. And the trade-off with that is you have to perpetuate darkness. Look at how many people he affected negatively. That was his trade-off to gain what he had. His former bodyguard, Gene Deal, said he seen him doing a ritual where they killed a dove. What is that? And I feel like it's being overlooked because they see him doing the dance moves with the baggy clothes. Mm-hmm. You know, some of the ladies in his videos were transsexual ladies. You got to really look at what's going on. I've been around him a couple of times. Don't like the guy. And I know a lot of other people who he's done weird things to. Mm-hmm. And there are several men who have reached out to me telling me that they got their cakes took, basically. They got diddled. I can show you that. Matter of fact, I'll show you this right now. Mm-hmm. So when you're getting all of these calls about somebody, you're going to grow some disdain for them. Yeah. Watch this. I got all the receipts because you know how many dudes hit me up, young men, showed up to his studios to get a job, mm-hmm. and he convinces them to do something crazy and then don't give them a job? It's not cool. There we go. I'm gonna pull it up. Okay. It's a young kid. Said it ruined his life. But this the problem. When you get to the parties, they come out and collect everybody's phone. So now it's just your word against a billionaire. You're gonna lose. Mm. Read this right there from that young man, 22 years old, music producer.
22 years old.
I can come tell my story, but it was a deep one. I was homeless at the time, living out of my van. Got spotted, got recruited, got invited, got diddled.
Got diddled.
What's diddled?
Diddled mean he diddled his fingers in his behind.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Maybe that's why the name Diddy diddled.
Oh my God.
No, for real.
Oh my gracious. That's crazy,
right, so,
man.
You know,
so he takes advantage of this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you promise a young guy an opportunity. These dudes, the musicians, they used to call it the starving artists.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Music don't pay that much, especially when you're on the onset, working your way up. How many other people did this happen to? And men is not going to be as vocal as women. How many other guys got victimized like that?
Yeah.
And didn't say nothing.
Think about that. A predator is a predator, and he's a predator.
You said in some of the previous interviews you've been poisoned 3 times. Do you think this was by Diddy, or what's the relationship between this and what you know about Diddy?
Well, Kim Porter, his ex-wife, died of pneumonia.
Yep.
His other bodyguard died of pneumonia. At this time, we was having a problem with some Serbian people because I was messing up their business. So it was either them or somebody to do with him. I can't quite figure. That's why, I'm real wary of what I drink. If I'm at a restaurant, I try to order things that I can see them prepare, because being poisoned gives you a feeling of vulnerability that you just can't explain. Mm-hmm. And imagine being able to see everything, but you can't breathe. And you feel like your body is just burning from the inside.
Yeah.
You know, that's why, to this day, I have problems with my sinuses and my breathing, all from this, So I've taken people's livelihood away because they were trafficking people, and that made me a target. So I can't really, and then it'd be gangster going on that I don't really Just know this. If they played with me, it was belt to ass. And we had several bloody days, for sure. Mm-hmm. We was good at that. If you want to get somebody another way, you got to take different tactics. They definitely took different tactics because my toxicology report showed cyanide. And the doctor asked me, he said, "You eat cherries?" I said, "No, not really." He said, "Are you sure?" I said,
"Are you sure?"
Got a high concentration, like you've been eating cherry pits. So, if you eat the seed of a cherry, it's got cyanide in it. People don't know that. So that's how I knew. I said, okay, somehow, probably at some of them parties while I'm protecting people, sometimes I'll have a drink. Champagne, bottle of water. That had to have been how it happened. Somebody definitely was trying to kill me, so yeah.
That's insane. Why do you keep talking and standing on business, knowing your life could end the next minute?
Because if I don't stand on business, it'll end a lot quicker. If you're being proactive is the best line of defense. And I do this, Lynn. It's fun to me. I was raised like this.
Yeah.
I'm trained in everything dangerous, so it's all good. I knew what I signed up for. Straight like that.
There have been allegations that Diddy messed up Justin Bieber. He poisoned Jamie Foxx.
Damn.
He got Tupac shot.
Damn.
He's responsible for Tupac's murder.
He is.
Any truth in that?
The FBI confirmed that already.
Yeah.
It is. That's the truth. Dwayne Keith Davis is in a Las Vegas jail right now because Diddy told them, if y'all kill Tupac, I got $1 million for you. Eric Von Zip stole the money. That's a fact. FBI confirmed that.
Jamie Foxx?
Jamie Foxx said out of his mouth, his partner handed him an Advil and he woke up 22 days later. That's what he said. Mm-hmm. And we was at his Netflix screener. He blamed it on Diddy there. Seen it. Why is Jamie Foxx having naked basketball games at his house with all men? I'm just trying to see what's going on. Mm-hmm. These things, that's what's taking place. All them dudes is zesty.
Bieber?
The man almost cried in the interview. Now look, I'm gonna show you this. I done seen Bieber several times, and I'll show you. Cause like some of my clients will have me take they nephews and all the kids to these concerts. So this is one group right here. Mm-hmm. Oh,
disappeared.
There you go. So that's one group right there.
Yeah.
I would be with them. They come from a well-off, wealthy family, Yeah. I would take them and I would see Bieber backstage with these people. And I remember Bieber when he was younger.
Yeah.
He was a lot more vibrant. Now, you see the man almost cry in an interview. Diddy said out of his mouth, Justin Bieber is somewhere right now in the house doing things we can't talk about. And nobody questions it because he's a rapper, I guess. Weirdo to me. Mm-hmm. You either a man of honor or you a man that's about nothing. And you can be about nothing and rise to a lot of power, as we can see. But when you live like that, other people can humble you like they doing him. Only God can humble me. Sure.
So if the FBI confirmed about Tupac, why is Diddy not in jail, as someone, an accessory to this murder?
Like I said, you either got the complexion for the protection or you got the compensation for the protection. Sure.
How much power does Diddy have in Hollywood?
Well, I'll tell you this. Whenever you see these people come under this scrutiny and you don't see anybody come out to defend them, that lets you know how much power he has. Because if none of his friends are willing to say, hey, he's a good guy, what does that mean? That means he knows things about me. I'm not saying anything. I don't want my name brought up at all because everybody will be at his parties. Everybody. And like the first part of the party is normal. It's like going down on Woodville. It's normal. But the second part, when they come out collecting the cell phones and one of the security guys sign right here, that's when things start to get crazy because he'll be in a different part of the building after a while. And I almost just said something. I don't want to put him out there. But it's a lot of stars who you wouldn't suspect sitting on his lap. I'll tell you that much. Facts. Facts.
But then you said you don't pay 30 million to Cassie if you're innocent, right? Facts. So why would Cassie take the money? Because I've seen she's advocating for these rights. Why would she take the money if she knew the money is coming from a dirty man?
Here's the thing. When a lady is coming up in that industry, they told they so beautiful and all this type of stuff. They want the most powerful guy with the most everything. And then this is something called a trauma bond. Trauma bonds are real. You ever seen a couple where the guy is beating her up all the time but they never break up?
Yeah.
That's a trauma bond. It's the same thing. I see it all the time in my line of work. So at the end of the day, she's off drugs every day, off alcohol every day. She in love with this dude. Once you open up that can of worms, she woke up one day and realized, like, damn, I just sold all of my humanity.
Yeah.
And the only way to try to regain that is financial compensation. And I'm sure people start telling, like, look, stuff you was doing, you don't got no millions? She didn't have it. She got it now, though. And I'm cool with that. Facts. If somebody was urinating on you because of your husband asked him to, you supposed to get paid something.
Yep.
For sure. There's no way around that.
But do you think this evil trickles down to the children? Because Diddy has sons. So what's the effect of his behavior towards his sons?
His sons is just like him. So many females call me saying, oh, his sons got charges. He like the one with the lip gloss on and the waves. He like the fondle females all the time.
He said the one with the lip gloss on and the waves.
So what's the effect of his behavior towards his sons?
His sons is just like him.
Damn.
So many females call me saying, oh, his sons got charges. He like the one with the lip gloss on and the waves. He like the fondle females all the time. If I didn't have this case going on, so look, after this, I'll come back.
Good. I'm cool.
Yeah. After this case, once this case is over, I'm gonna really give you some. But I don't wanna
go deeper.
Yeah.
Do you receive any threats?
Every day. Every day. I'll be trying to get them to come meet up with me so we can just get it going, but they don't want to meet up. They don't want to meet up with me. That's crazy. I get threats every day though. But it's always been like that.
Yeah.
Because I am a gangster where I'm from, so it is what it is.
Ever did something you're not proud of?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, giving some people a pass. Yeah, I'm not proud about that. I shouldn't have gave a few people a pass. But I never harmed anybody who didn't deserve it. I'm not no coward. I'm a man of honor and principles. But can't win them all.
Yeah. Do you think Diddy would love to see you dead?
Hell yeah. Because there's other stuff that's happened that I've done to some of him and his people. There's certain things that have happened. And, I'm winning right now. I'm in the lead right now. I know they want to get some get back for some stuff, but
like what? What have you done? Just give us something.
So in the paperwork, it say I was shooting at somebody, right?
Yes.
Right. I'll leave it at that.
They can connect the dots.
Yeah, they can put the dots together.
.cc.
Yes, sir. For sure.
Yes, but I appreciate you.
Yes, I appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
So you're not gonna leave Kenya? You feel safe here?
Oh yeah, I'm staying here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if do you have fears they might win a case against you and get you extradited?
Oh no, I can't. No. It's impossible. I wasn't even there that day. I wasn't even. No. I mean, no. That case ain't no concern to me.
Yes.
Because they tried to file this case last year, and then that same law firm was trying to pay me $5,000 US for an interview, but I turned it down, and then this case come. It's a joke.
It's a joke.
They thought I didn't have money to fight the case, which I don't know how they could think that. But yeah, that case is almost done. As soon as it's done, I'm calling.
Okay.
I'm gonna call EJ. We can line it back up.
Yes. But I love that people are speaking about Hollywood and some of the dark things that happen there. Do you see any hope? Do you see any future in people, just being self-aware?
Oh, yeah. So, shout out Mel Gibson.
Yes.
You feel me? Shout out my partners, Maverick Approach, Devon True. And I'm going to say this. Everybody need to watch Reed Hoffman.
Yes.
Pay attention to how he moves. Watch Bill Gates. And watch what Donald Trump got going on. The Epstein files didn't come out for a reason. I know how this game goes. Everybody is going to have to bow down to what Trump wants to do. That's going to leave a lot of people asked out and excommunicated out. So just those names I listed, look into those names, watch everything I just said, and just pay close attention. You're going to see.
So you still believe the file is there?
Oh, yeah. I've seen it.
Me too. You've seen it? Whose name is that?
I just named a few names right there that's on there.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
You just said something I haven't thought of it. They're gonna have to bow down to what Trump wants to do.
Yeah.
Man, which kind of world are we living in?
We living in a world. This world is a stage, and it's theater taking place in front of us all. We have to be able to read between the lines and look through the smoke and mirrors. So that's how you find truth.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
But what does Hollywood intend to achieve with all this darkness?
Control. Movie theaters used to be packed. They're not packed as much no more.
Yes.
Cable subscription services that went down. People are watching YouTube. Some people only watch YouTube. That lets me know that there's progress in the fight and that the light is winning right now. Mm-hmm. Hollywood is on the run. Just like I said, the names I just mentioned, and watch what starts to happen. You're gonna see. I'm gonna keep you updated.
Good. Gonna keep tabs on that.
Yes.
Yeah, but thank you so much.
Thank you
for passing by.
For sure.
It's been amazing just seeing you in person.
Likewise.
One-on-one, face-to-face.
Likewise.
I know our audience are obviously very intelligent and they are able to connect a few dots here and there.
Absolutely.
And I hope you keep doing what you're doing because I know it's not easy. But someone has to do it either ways. Someone has to do it. Yeah. So I appreciate you. But a lot of people are going to watch this and be like, man, Bikomi keeps snitching. This guy keeps talking. What do you want to tell them? Maybe looking at that camera. Anyone who feels like you shouldn't be saying what you're saying, what do you want them to know?
Well, first and foremost, snitching is when two people commit a crime and then one of them tells on the other.
Yes.
So most of y'all are not gangster. Y'all not doing anything illegal. So the whole snitching thing, you'll never see my name on no paperwork. Real gangster. I really stand no business. A real insane.
Yeah.
Secondly, thank you for having me. You want to find me? You can find me at bighomie.cc on Instagram. Off the Grid Network on YouTube. Shout out to Kenya. Shout out to LNN.
Yes.
We working.
Good. Shout out to EJ.
Shout out to EJ.
EJ, do you want to say anything? Yeah, come say. Let me see how EJ.
My boy EJ, he put this together.
Yeah, let me see how EJ finishes this for us, guys. But before he does come, I really want to say thank you once again for coming by and just having these conversations. As we said, Kat says it's the year of truth, but I believe these are the years of truth.
Well said.
Yeah, and I believe 2025, we've not seen anything yet. 2026 has more for us, 2027, you know. And I love that the lies are being, you know, people can be able to see through the lies. Yeah. And people are able to make decisions for themselves and not being influenced by the masses or influenced by Hollywood. Yeah. And you guys who are watching at home, thank you so much for tuning in. Just a reminder, his Instagram handles are on the screen right now. And you can also be able to follow him on his own channel. And I really want to know what your thoughts are on today's conversation on the comment section. And just keep supporting independent media platforms, guys. We really do not take your support for granted.
Amen.
And remember to check out our partners, Hekalu. We just launched our second phase yesterday. Guys, the first one is sold out, so I really do appreciate you. But if you want to invest on their second phase, which we launched just yesterday, the details are on the screen. Get yourself a property if you are able to, and keep giving us that feedback on this platform as well. So check out the properties, guys, and remember to keep supporting us by subscribing. It goes a long way into making sure that our work keeps reaching even those who are in Hollywood. Appreciate you guys. EJ, you wanna come say bye?
So a big shout out to Big Homie for availing himself and just telling us the truth of the dark things that happen in Hollywood. As they say, 2025 is the year of completion as the truth and the veil continue to thinning. Keep it LNN as we tell you the truth of what is happening in different aspects of life and in the world, as we continue to update you with the latest development in Kenya, in Africa, and the world at large. My name is EJ Mukora. See you tomorrow. Thank you.
Wow. I'm hoping you still in Kenya when I start doing my real traveling. Next Wednesday, I'm getting back on the plane to go to the Philippines, and we got a lot of paperwork to do, man. Uncle Mike, I'm just going. I'm gonna try to just get a lawyer and talk to somebody about this visa stuff, man. Anyway, I would love to talk to Big Homie CC, man, and I would fly out to him and just kick it with him a little bit or whatever, you know. So damn, now it's harder because he's not even in the United States no more, man. Check this out, man. Before we go, I wanna it should be a link below. I'm gonna talk to Tahir, man. There's so many, it's too much information in our descriptions. It's way too much stuff in the descriptions, man. But we pushing our other channel, Before the Stage. We want everybody, y'all should be subscribed to all 3 of our channels. We got 3 channels. Leave me a comment if you can't find one of the channels. Leave me a comment below. If you're an ender and you hearing this, shout out to you all. But we're pushing, I'm putting a lot of police stuff, man, up on the other channel. We about to really push. I don't know what's up with YouTube, man. I'm like, God damn, the channel, all of a sudden, all the channels just went down like we on punishment, man. So we've been struggling. So y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.